everyone. Good day. Good day, especially to my students at Cagayan State University. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. I hope you're all safe and still healthy and still doing good. Uh, Sorry it took me a while to record this first video lecture because last week, as I have said, I had problems with my computer, and just recently, yesterday, I had a problem with my eye. So I'm really sorry for the delay, but this eye wouldn't stop me from from recording this video. Um, so before we start, I would like to introduce myself since I will be handling your class for the very first time. So I am Christine Angel and Corteros, and I'm also a graduate of Cagayan State University. So I was once a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in English last 2018. So yeah, I'm also a product of Cagayan State University. And um, yeah, our subject is English language proficiency. So English language proficiency aims to develop your macro skills. So when we say macro skills, it involves your listening, speaking, reading, writing, and viewing. So those are the five macro skills that English language proficiency seeks to develop. So I hope that this subject uh, would be of good aid to you, good help, and yeah, especially now that um, if you are to work in an industry, you really need to be at least fluent in the English language. So yeah, even myself, I am a English major, but I can attest to you that I really commit errors every now and then. And English involves practice. Really, it involves um, constant practice and your determination and your diligence to really study on it. So, yeah, I really hope that we can learn with each other and uh, survive, survive in this semester. So, yeah, let's proceed now to our topic. So, chapter one is about the correct usage. So, according to Jeffrey, your grammar is a reflection of your image. Good or bad, you have made an impression. And like all impressions, you are in total control. So, what do we mean by that? It is it is a reflection of your image, especially so that after you graduate, you will apply to different industries, to um, different works, companies, and it is really a reflection of your image. So, sabihin na natin na sobrang sipag mo magtrabaho, sobrang dedicated ka to work in their company, and it doesn't make you any different to the other applicant because they too are determined to work in that certain company. So what changes the minds of the companies is how you have written your resumes, your application letters. So that alone is a reflection of your image. So ayun. So I know na sobrang minsan boring ang English. Hindi siya talaga ano to, masyadong interesting in our part. Kasi from elementary hanggang nag-high school tayo, hanggang nag-college na lang, we have English. Why? Because uh, it is really hard to master. It cannot be mastered in just one sitting. It really involves constant practice, tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina. And um, ano pa ba yun? Ang English kasi, sobrang complicated niya dahil hindi naman tayo native speakers of English. We are just second language learners. So it is not our native tongue, di ba? So, yeah, kaya bear with me, especially sa mga math majors ko. I know na this is not your forte, but let's help each other. Okay, so let's proceed sa ating first topic. So this one is about pronoun and its antecedent. So at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use a pronoun that agrees to its with its antecedent and edit errors in sentences, applying the rules in pronoun antecedent agreement. Okay, let's move on to this one. I will read first this paragraph. So tingnan nyo kung ano yung napapansin nyo. So, basahin muna natin. Lila decided at the beginning of Lila's first semester of college that Lila would read for 30 minutes every day. Lila knew that Lila would be taking a literature class with a lot of reading. So instead of buying hard copies of all the novels, Lila's teacher assigned Lila downloaded the ebooks. That way, Lila could save some of Lila's allowance and have all the novels saved in Lila's mobile phone. What a convenient way of learning, Lila thought. So, paulit-ulit na puro Lila. And it sounds really awkward, di ba? And parang, pag magbasa ka, parang puro Laila na lang naririnig mo. Wala ka naintindihan. Walang na-retain sa memory mo. Tingnan mo kung may naalala ka. Ano yung patungkol sa paragraph? Wala. Kasi ang dami mo nang narinig na word ni Laila. Which is, Laila is a noun, right? Laila is anything that is a person, place, thing. So, Laila is a person. So, it is a noun. And it is repeatedly uh, used in the paragraph. So it really sounds awkward. So dun papasok si pronoun. So pronouns replaces a noun. It substitutes a noun. So tingnan natin yung pangalawang paragraph, yung edited na. Lila decided at the beginning of her first semester of college that she would read for 30 minutes every day. She knew that she would be taking a literature class with a lot of reading. So instead of buying hard copies of all the novels her teacher assigned, Lila downloaded the ebooks. That way, she could save some of her allowance and have all the novels saved on her mobile phone. What a convenient way of learning, she thought. So, this second paragraph sounds more natural and it sounds less awkward. And may naintindihan tayo, may na-retain sa memory. So dyan natin makikita on how important it is to learn about your pronouns. So, ano nga ba si antecedent? Si antecedent naman, yan yung ating noun. Okay? So, noun. Ang antecedent is anti kasi meaning, yung anti dito, it means before. So, ante means before. What comes before the pronoun? So, ano ba yung nag-exist before the pronoun? Ano ba yung nag-exist before her? It is Laila, right? So, Laila now is your antecedent. So, again, antecedent are what comes before the pronoun. Ano ba yung nag-exist before the pronoun? Okay? So, laging tandaan, ang antecedent ay noun. Ano ba yung noun natin? It refers to a person, place, thing, feeling, or quality, but does not refer to it by its name. So, the pronoun, the following sample sentence is bolded. So, tingnan natin itong pangalawang sentence. Plato's Republic was written from a contemporary point of view. Blank was an in-depth analysis of Plato's opinions about possible governmental forms. So, ano ba yung antecedent natin dito? It is the Republic, right? So, ano ba yung Republic? Hindi siya tao, right? So, ang ginamit natin dito ay it. Okay. So, sana medyo naintindihan yun. Antecedent is a word, phrase, or clause to which a pronoun refers, understood by the context. So, the antecedent in the following sample sentence is bolded. So, Plato's Republic, and yung sinabi ko kanina. So, A pronoun might have an antecedent from the previous sentence. Another example is this one. Carolina hates cats. Blank has terrible allergies. So, ano yung antecedent natin? Carolina. Carolina is a girl, feminine. So, ang gagamitin nating pronoun ay she. So, the pronoun she refers to the antecedent Carolina. So, it can also occur in the same sentence. Okay. So, last example. Jim said he doesn't like coffee. So, the pronoun he refers to the antecedent Jim. Okay. Antecedent, again, noun. Okay. So, si Jim yung antecedent natin. And then the next sentence. The twins helped by bringing blank truck. So ano ba yung twins? This is a plural form, right? So we will use the pronoun there. Okay. So sana clear yun. Okay? So the first rule sa ating pronoun antecedent agreement rules ay a pronoun and its antecedent must agree in number. They should be both singular or both be plural. Okay, so sa singular, Dr. Ellen Cruz finished blank reports. So Dr. Ellen is a feminine, right? And ilan siya? Isa lang, singular. So we will use the pronoun her. Next, the plural form naman. The doctors finish blank reports. So ano yung ating antecedent? Ano yung ating subject of the sentence? Doctors. And it is plural. It is pluralized. So ang gagamitin nating pronoun ay there. So very easy pa lang yan. Let's move on sa medyo tricky part. Number two is, rule number two, even though some indefinite pronouns have plural meanings, treat them as grammatically singular. So, dito na tayo nagkakamali madalas. Kasi, uh, nalilito tayo pag nakikita na natin yung everyone sa sentence, hindi natin alam kung minsan kung anong gagamitin natin, kung singular ba or plural. So, always remember this uh, words. So, pag nakita nyo na si any, anybody, anyone, it's either everybody, everyone, everything, neither, none, no one, someone, and something. Almost, there's a big tendency na talaga na it should be in a singular, it should use a singular pronoun. Okay, so let's have the example first. Sabi dyan, everyone in my English class does their homework. So it is incorrect. This one is correct, the second sentence. So everyone in my English class does his or her homework. Okay, so parang pag uh, correct na siya in a sense na parang everyone in my class does his or her homework. It's grammatically correct na yan. Pero parang minsan pangit pakinggan yung his or her. So, we correct the plural. So, pwede nating sabihin na all of the students in my English class do their homework. So, dito papasok, ito yung tandaan natin ha, balik tayo dun sa taas. So, any, anybody, anyone, it's either yung mga yan, singular form. So, gagamitan natin ng his or her. Okay? Again, singular. Pag makita nyo na yan, itong mga to, i-master nyo lang yan as much as possible. At least, memorize it. And guided na kayo. Once na makita nyo na yan sa sentence nyo, sa beginning of the sentence, uh, guided na kayo to use singular pronoun. But, dito papasok yung tricky part. Kasi, merong mga indefinite pronouns. Kasi when we speak of indefinite pala, indefinite is hindi natin alam kung sinong subject. Right? Ang ano bang meaning ng indefinite? Vague, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kung sinong tinutukoy niya. Sino bang tinutukoy ni everyone? May specific bang tao? Wala. 'Di ba? Hindi mo alam kung sino yun. Sino yung someone? Hindi tulad nung doctors, teachers, 'di ba? Alam mo specifically kung sino yung subject. But when we speak of indefinite pronouns, ito yung mga subject of the sentence na hindi natin talaga alam kung sino ba talaga sila. Okay? So, sana clear yun, ah? So, balik tayo dun sa sinasabi ko kanina na tricky part. So, alalahanin natin, itong mga to, singular, but I need you to take this down kasi wala dito sa module. This can be singular or plural. Ano yung mga words na yon? We have all, most, some, any, and none. Again, all, most, some, any, or none. So, first sentence, for example, all of the students were given enough time to complete blank task. Again, all of the students were given enough time to complete blank task. So, anong pronoun natin doon? So, balik tayo doon sa ano ba yung pinakamalapit? Sino ba yung subject of the sentence? Sino ba yung pinag-uusapan? Students, di ba? Sabi ko kanina, all of the students. So, ilan si students? Ano siya? Singular or plural? So, it is in plural form. So, ang gagamitin natin ay pronoun na plural. So, dun papasok ang all of the students were given enough time to complete their task. Okay. So, paano naman siya, ma'am, paano naman siya magiging singular? Dito naman papasok. Sabihin ko, all of the time given all of the time given were enough. Ano yung answer niyo doon? All of the time given were enough. So, time is in singular. It is not plural. So, ang gagamitin natin doon ay was. Okay? So, sana clear yon. So, kung nakita nyo si all, most, some, any, and none, it can be singular or plural depending on the subject. Okay? So, again, pwede natin sabihin yung most. Yung most naman, gamitin natin sa sentence. Most of the time, passed without anyone making good use of blank. So, ano yung ano natin doon? Ano yung pinag-uusapan? Time. So, time is in singular form. So, ang gagamitin nating pronoun ay it. Okay. So, pwede naman nating sabihin, paano kung ganito naman yung sentence ko? Most of the students have difficulty in understanding blank assignments. So, ang gagamitin natin pronoun ay their. Okay, so sana clear po yun. Okay? And another one. Please take down. Okay? So, pag nakita nyo naman to, always plural naman. Both, few, many, several, and others. Again, both, few, many, several, and others. Pag yan ay nakita nyo na sa beginning of the sentence, it uses plural pronouns. So, sana clear, okay? Let's move on to how do we correct pronoun antecedent agreement problems. So, ayan, we have the example here, incorrect. When someone has been drinking, they are likely to speed. Ma'am, bakit siya mali? Balik ulit tayo sa rule number 2. Ano yung someone ulit? So, someone, it should be in singular. Right? So, yung nandun sa sentence natin, ang ginamit niyang pronoun ay they. They is a pluralized pronoun. So, plural pronoun siya. So, mali. So, ang gagawin natin, first thing that we can correct this sentence is to replace the plural pronoun with he or she or it. Okay? So, when someone has been drinking, he or she is likely to speed. Pero, tama na yan ha. Grammatically correct na yan. Pero minsan kasi parang ang awkward pakinggan ng he or she. Di ba? Especially pag ginagamit natin siya sa speaking. Parang he or she. Parang pag nakikinig ka, parang mas nahihirapan ka tuloy intindihin. So, pwede nating palitan yung someone, yung rule number 2 on how to correct is make the antecedent plural. Ano ulit yung antecedent? Yung noun or yung subject of the sentence. So, ano yung first na subject of the sentence sa original na sentence natin? We have someone. So, someone is singular, right? So, papalitan natin siya ngayon ng plural. So, pwede nating sabihin na when drivers have been drinking, they are likely to speed. So, kung titingnan natin, hindi na natin pinalitan yung they sa original sentence. Ang pinalitan natin ay yung antecedent or yung subject or yung noun on the sentence. Okay, sana clear yon. Okay? And then, pwede rin nating sabihin na we could rewrite the sentence so that no problem of agreement exists. So, a driver who has been drinking is likely to speed. Ma'am, gusto ko kasing gawing singular. Pero ayoko namang gamitin yung he or she. So, make it specific. So, tulad ng sabi ko kanina, palitan mo yung sentence mo. You rewrite your sentence. So, tulad ng ginawa niya sa number 3, pinalitan niya ng a driver. So, specific na. Hindi siya tulad nung someone na yung someone nga, indefinite pronouns to. Indefinite pronouns. So, it indicates, it uses singular pronoun. So, nakakalito din siya. At saka ang pangit pakinggan ng he or she. So, i-write mo yung sentence mo, make it specific. So, a driver who has been drinking is likely to speed. So, wala na siyang ginamit na he or she. And clear, mas clear na ngayon yung sentence mo dahil alam mo na kung sino yon. Sino yung someone na yon. Yun pala yung driver. Okay? So, sana clear yon. Okay? We have rule number 3. So, treat generic nouns as singular, even though they might have a plural meaning. So, be careful when you use a or any, every or each. Okay? So, we have an example here. Every boy on the team must try their best if they want their team to win. So, ano yung subject of the sentence? Boy. So, mali siya. Doon pala makikita mo na mali siya. So, ano yung tip dito? Ma'am, paano ba kami madadalian na mahanap yung correct pronoun right away? Always identify the subject of the sentence. Sino ba ang pinag-uusapan sa subject, ay sa sentence na yon? You identify it, whether it is singular or plural. Saka ka magde-decide on what pronoun to use. Okay? So, yung correct term niya is, every boy on the team must try his best if he wants his team to win. Ma'am, bakit hindi his or her ang ginamit mo? Singular yun, ma'am. Tulad ng ginawa natin sa he or she. Boy po yan. So, yun ang sinasabi ko kanina na always, ang first step mo to have the right pronoun is to identify your subject. Is it singular? Is it plural? Is it masculine? Is it feminine? So, yun muna. Yun muna yung i-identify mo before you decide on what pronoun to use. Okay. So, pwede rin nating sabihin na the boys on the team must try their best if they want to win. Okay, so correct both ways. Next, we have another example. A nursing student must study hard if they want to succeed. So, balik tayo dun sa pinag-uusapan. Nursing student, walang S. So, singular siya. So, bakit siya ginamitan ng they? So, dun pa lang, incorrect na. Pero, ayun nga, ladies and gentlemen, hindi na natin napapansin yun, especially nga na hindi nga tayo native speakers of English. Especially if we're talking. There's a tendency talaga na we would commit grammatical errors. But, hindi naman, minsan kasi, we have this notion na pag ang tao ay sobrang, yung trying hard sa English, iniisip na natin na ang feeling niya, gano'n. You know, hindi dapat ganun yung mindset natin. Kasi it doesn't mean naman na okay siya mag-English. It doesn't mean naman na maarte siya. It's just a way of, you know, making yourself better for yourself. Yan. So, yeah. Ayun nga. Balik tayo dun sa topic. So, a nursing student. So, mali yung they. So, palitan natin ng he or she. So, a nursing student must study hard if he or she wants to succeed. Pero, ma'am, ang pangit talaga pakinggan ng he or she. Although grammatically correct. So, palitan mo na yung subject of the sentence mo. Gawin mo ng plural. So, nursing students must study hard if they want to succeed. So, sana clear yon. Okay, we have rule number 4. So, treat most compound antecedents connected by and as plural. Okay? Compound means dalawa. Dalawa yung subject of the sentence. Okay? So we have and here. Okay? So plural yan. So Joanne and Jim moved to the mountains where he or she built a cabin. So yun nga sinabi ko kanina, compound means parang na-mix. Na-mix na sila. Okay? So uh, and it should be in plural form. So hindi naman, kasi minsan magkakamali tayo, ma'am, kasi yung Joanne, she yun, ma'am. Tapos yung Jim, he yun, ma'am. Diba? May mga ganun tayong terms eh. But yun nga sabi ko, pag yung subject natin ay connected by and, it should be in plural form. So, Joanne and Jim moved to the mountains where they built a cabin. But, ladies and gentlemen, since now kasi we're talking about pronouns, hindi na included kasi dito sa ating module yung SVA or subject-verb agreement. Meron kasing rules sa SVA na merong compound subjects that are connected by and but they use a singular form tulad nung bread and butter. Easy yan. Avocado and milk. Mga ganyan. Milk and coffee. Basta uh, yung mag-partner na talaga sila ever since, na naririnig mong partner na talaga sila, singular na yon. So, hindi kasi na-touch na dito sa ating module. But, wag sana kayong malito. Pero yun nga sabi ko kanina, in this certain rule, yun nga, we have compound antecedents, so, and it is connected by and, so it should use a plural form. And in reminders lang na it has exemptions, especially if you would look into the SVA or subject verb agreement. I hope na medyo na-touch nyo na yung SVA nung nag-aaral kayo nung high school. Next, we have rule number 5. Treat collective nouns as singular unless the meaning is clearly plural. Ano ba yung collective nouns? So, ito yung mga group nouns natin. We have audience, class, club, committee, couple, crowd, family, jury, troop, group. So, it would use a singular unless the meaning is clearly plural. Okay, so punta tayo, ma'am, paano ba intindihin yon? Medyo tricky nga. So, ang first example natin is we have the committee granted its permission. So, kung tatakpan ko yung its, wala yung its. So, kunwari, blank ang nakalagay dyan. So, malilito ka, di ba? Kasi, ma'am, committee, ma'am, madaming tao sa committee, ma'am, group yan eh. So, possible nga na baka uh, singular, plural ang gagamitin natin na pronoun. Pero, tingnan natin yung next na nandito sa sentence, permission. Permission is as a whole. Diba? So, I will give another example later para mas maintindihan. As a whole na yon. So, committee and permission as a whole. So, it should use a singular pronoun. It's. O, punta naman tayo sa pluralized form. Paano naman siya magiging plural, ma'am? So, the committee put blank signatures on the document. So, andyan ulit, committee ulit, ma'am, singular yun kasi group yun eh. Yun yung nasabi dun sa rule. Pero sabi nga kanina, unless the meaning is clearly in plural form. So, ang nakita natin sa another part ng sentence is signatures. Signatures, kung hihimay-himayin mo, is a separate thing na ginagawa ng mga tao dun sa committee. 'Di ba? So, ang gagawin mo ngayon ay you will use a plural pronoun which is there. Okay, another example. Gamitin naman natin yung word na company. So, the company will have blank daily meeting at 8 p.m. Again, the company will have blank daily meeting at 8 p.m. So, company, singular yan. And ano ba yung pinag-uusapan? Meeting. So, as a whole yun. Okay? So, you will use a singular pronoun which is it. So, the company will have its daily meeting at 8 p.m. So, paano naman natin sasabihin na uh, yung paano naman natin gagawing plural form. Another example, our staff should have blank personal reports submitted before then. Okay, again, our staff should have blank personal reports submitted before then. So, personal reports, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na it is separate. So, separate na ginagawa ng mga staff. So, ang ginamit na pronoun ay plural. So, they would use, our staff should have their personal reports submitted before then. So, I hope it's clear. Next, we have rule number 6. So, a pronoun and its antecedent must agree in gender and person. So the gender of the pronoun masculine, he, his, him. Feminine, we have she, her, hers. Or the neuter, it's, or it or its. So must be the same as the gender of its antecedent. So yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, identify first the subject and identify the gender of the noun. So, para alam mo kung anong gender of pronoun ang gagamitin mo. So, the person, we have first, second, and third, and the pronoun must also agree with the person of its antecedent. Okay, so we have the gender-neutral pronouns include you, they, their, theirs, we, us. Alam niyo naman na yan. Ours, your, and yours. So, in the case where the gender of antecedent is unknown, the pronoun should be gender neutral or avoided altogether. Okay, so ayan, we have another example here. So, a student should hand his papers in promptly. So, doon papasok yung dapat gender neutral siya. Okay? Kasi there's a tendency for us na, especially when we're speaking, um, we would likely to use the his na agad-agad. So, mali yun. Kasi we are being gender biased. So, especially that the subject of the sentence is student. Hindi natin alam kung ano to eh. Hindi naman lahat ng student ay lalaki. So, dapat hindi nga tayo gagamit ng his. So, ang correct way of, uh, yun nga, placing your pronoun is to use his or her. Especially if generic nga yung subject of the sentence mo. So, a student should hand his or her papers in promptly. Another correct term is, yun nga, palitan mo yung subject mo. Pag ayaw mong marinig yung his or her, palitan mo ng in pluralized form. Students should hand their papers in promptly. So, I hope na it's clear, okay? So, ayan, we have another examples na lang din dyan. And the last one is we have rule number 7. So when a compound antecedent is connected by or nor, or either or neither nor, make the pronoun agree with the nearer antecedent or with the antecedent closest to the verb. Again, take note na lang. Nearer antecedent, so make the pronoun agree with the nearer antecedent or nearer closest to the verb. Okay, we have the example here. Neither the dog nor the cats could find blank, so takpan mo natin yung their, way through the maze. So, yun nga sasabi ko kanina na, ano ba yung nearer antecedent mo? Antecedent again is the subject of the sentence, noun. So, ano yung pinakamalapit? We have cats. Diba? Yun yung pinakamalapit dun sa lalagyan mo ng pronoun. So, imagine niyo na exam to at hindi ko nilagyan ng there dyan. Nakalagay lang dyan blank. So, ang gagawin mo ngayon, dun sa blank na yun, ano yung pinakamalapit before nun? Ano yung pinakamalapit na antecedent or subject of the sentence? So, we have cats. Okay, so ano ba yung cats? It is in plural form. So, ang gagamitin mo ay there. Okay, another way is, yung nga sabi ko sa inyo, closest to the verb. Ano ba yung verb? You have action words, right? So, ayun nga, blank muna to, takpan mo natin yung there, hindi nyo alam na there yan. Hanapin muna natin, di ba? Ayan yung line, ayan yung sasagutan nyo. Ano yung before ng line? So, we have the verb. So, ano yung closest to the verb? Ano yung pinakamalapit? Ano yung pinakamalapit kay find? We have cats. So, cats is in plural form, kaya gagamitin natin ng there. Paano kung sinabi ko? Paano kung binaliktad ko? Neither the cats nor the dog. Ano naman yung sagot niyo doon? Could find its way. Oh, so singular naman kasi ano yung pinakamalapit dun sa verb? Ano yung closest sa verb? Yung dog na kasi pinagpalit nga natin. So dog is singular kaya kagamitan mo siya ng its. So ayun lang, that's the end of our chapter 1, lesson 1. So I hope na may naintindihan kayo and I hope na uh, those little things na ay maaalala nyo when you will be answering and writing soon, especially speaking din. Although, yun nga, English cannot be learned in just one sitting. It involves really practice, practice, practice. So, yeah, I hope may natutunan kayo for this lesson. See you sa lesson 2. Bye!